This is a crazy story. This is from our good friends over at Jezebel. You know Jezebel, you know them, you love them. Twitch's AI porn controversy is a creepy sign of things to come. You know, I completely agree with Jezebel for once. Popular streamer Atrak sobbed through his apology after viewers spotted that he was looking at AI-generated porn of other streamers. This is the weirdest thing ever. So the dude, I guess, like, what's the story? He had porn pulled up on his...
No, so Pop Culture Crisis, shout out to them, talked about this the other day. He, was doing a stream, and he was clicking through, the tabs, and I guess, I don't know if he opened it accidentally or just skipped over it, but, they could see he was on Pornhub. And I don't know all the details of how they identified that it was what it is.
It wasn't Pornhub, from my knowledge. It was a site that does this. That
makes
you can upload someone's face.
In his apology, he said I was on Pornhub and I got directed to an ad.
Right, exactly.
And then it sent me to web or something. That's how I figured it out. But they noticed a tab in his browser that was
He was crying about it.
Yeah, and his wife sat in the background.
His wife was crying too. He was on porn. He was like, I was on Pornhub, a totally normal site, and then an ad popped up.
Most famous line.
Yeah, an ad popped up for this AI deepfake porn. So he clicked on it, and then he went the extra step to pay money to get an account for the thing to watch.
Can I just give some advice to any young streamers out there? You have a work computer and you have a personal computer. It's not hard to understand, but this guy apparently was like, I run my business off this machine. Let's pull up adult content on the browser I use for children. Come on, bro.
Live.
And he's been a streamer for a long time, right?
I think he was.
I don't know anything about him, but
obviously he was live. What am I saying? Think.
Yeah. But I just mean you think he'd know to close his tabs.
Yeah, seriously, bro. Come on.
Just don't do that on your work computer.
Or maybe just don't do it at all, in my opinion.
True.
As this story was breaking, what's this girl's name?
Out of a morbid curiosity, he paid for a subscription.
Morbid curiosity.
I'm so curious. Please have my money and show me more.
Yeah, I think he's in damage control at this point.
No, but hold on. It is kind of it is creepy, right?
Super creepy.
It's creepy,
so,
but then what do you do, right? If there's some sort of initiative to censor this sort of content, that's worse. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
someone tweeted this, and I saw it's got 11,600 quote tweets. This tweet has 36 million views. This guy, Ion Ramaru, says, millionaire internet streamer's reaction to AI porn of herself. You won't find more fragile people than popular internet personalities, especially women. I don't know if I agree. I think you're allowed to be freaked out that someone took a picture of your face and put it on porn and is watching it.
She says people keep sending screenshots of it to her.
Oh,
all these people have seen it and it's got her face on it, and then
But, I mean, it happens to celebrities all the time, doesn't it? Their faces are put on.
Futurama did this.
Yeah.
Remember when Fry was dating Lucy Lubot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had Lucy Liu downloaded into a robot so he could date her.
Yeah.
Well,
that's true.
I already used the example on pop culture, but Japan has this big issue with importing sex dolls, and they've agreed to release some, but they won't release any that look like a public figure or like a child.
Oh, man. What the...
Yeah, because they're that's disgusting.
Okay, so what's a public figure?
Is this the end of days?
Well, I know.
How do you define what a public figure is?
Exactly. Do you have to be in a magazine? Do you have to be in a movie? Also, how are all of the people
so you can do it to regular people?
Or 2,000 followers on it? What point?
Yeah, what's the cutoff?
Exactly. It's terrifying. And there have been a lot of people saying, they shouldn't be upset about this. But
no,
I think people will compare it to it's like a sex tape getting leaked. But this girl who's crying about it didn't do that. She didn't opt into this at all.
I understand why she's upset about it.
She's also not making money off of it. And I'm sure that's not her point, but I'll put it out there.
That was part of her point, yeah.
Yeah.
But she should get all the money from it.
She should.
It's her likeness. You can't take a picture of Ian and put it on a commercial for your soda pop. You got to pay Ian for that.
Well, you can do it, but you will pay me for it if you do.
No, look at this. This tweet from Sweet Anita. She said, the story was how I found out that I'm on this website. I literally choose to pass up millions by not going into sex work, and some random Cheeto-encrusted porn addict solicits my body without my consent instead. Don't know whether to cry, break stuff, or laugh at this point. I just don't think this should be the price for wanting to entertain people. This made me realize something. There's a lot of women who try to do OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. They could effectively have like porn star surrogates. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Yep. Don't have to actually do it themselves.
And there's no physical.
But here's the problem. That's the thing I'm saying. There could be women who are get a different woman to do the work for you, just put your face on it. But here's the crazy thing: you can't do anything about it. So we're talking about working on music, and we were talking with some industry guys, and they were like, you guys should do a cover of a song. People like covers, and then you do maybe just one cover of something as a song you really like, you want to do. And I'm like, well, how do you do that? I mean, we got to buy the rights. And they're like, no. You just do it.
No,
and
covers
I'm like,
are fine.
you don't need to buy the rights to cover a song. Like,
Nope.
no, the money just goes to the person who wrote the song.
Right.
I was like, oh, wow. Now think about what that means for AI deep porn. That means any woman anywhere can't stop someone from making it. The only thing they can do is accept the money. This basically means like you cannot stop someone from forcing a woman to be in AI porn.
Yeah.
The only thing that happens is like, well, they used your face, so here's money.
So how do you deal with this? That's the question.
I don't know. That's crazy.
The girl in the video, and I'm apologize, I don't know her name. But
QT Cinderella.
I mean, like, I feel bad for her that this
She
is
says
happening to
she's
her, but
taking-
how do you deal
she
with this
says
situation?
one of her frustrations is now she's spending her own money to fight it and like in court and stuff. And I guess like you issue a cease and desist. Like, but the other part is
Good luck.
also
Yeah,
it's already
on the
out there.
internet.
Like
It's
even
on
if you
the
get
web.
this
Yeah.
one video of her taken down, it doesn't end the surface. And also like those screenshots
it's going
are
to continue
forever.
to happen to other people too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dry sand effect too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
just going to
think
be more
just
and
the
more
way it
and
is.
more.
It's AI is going to be able to write it on the spot. You'll go, I want to watch person A have sex with animal L. And then they watch a donkey and the woman you love getting it on. And then you're like, okay, stop. I want to watch myself having sex with fill in the blank. And that's it. And everyone in the world is fair game. You could even be, I want to look at a blend of person A and B having sex with person Y. And you'll see like these weird.
Dude, people are gonna like put the Hulk's face on a woman. Like, remember we were talking about that weird YouTube thing where they put Hitler's head on a woman's body to do Tai Chi and sing nursery rhymes to kids? Man, the world is getting.
this is technology.
It feels like.
Thank you, AI.
It feels like chaos is taking over. It's just everything's becoming random nonsense and chaotic.
But
It's
then
entropy,
eventually
man.
it'll become normalized, and then people,
That's why I asked if we'll be around in 14 years, if this country can still. It's like we used to be able to defend Earth because of land borders. They had artillery, they rolled up to the border, we could protect it with troops, they couldn't get any closer in, so they couldn't hit the target. Now we have air power. You can't protect the Earth when everyone has air power. There's no way to defend. The American process of defending Earth is not functional now because you have orbital strikes and stuff.
climate change is supposed to kill us by 2025. So
So wait, these websites allow you to like you upload someone else's picture and then it'll generate it for you?
Yeah.
I know they do those. We did the thing with the music video Genocide. If you haven't heard the song Genocide, check it out because Ian's in it. And we animated news personality faces to sing the song about, it's basically criticizing the media for being liars.
Yeah.
So I know that sounds like, kind of wholesome. It's silly to like make Don Lemon sing or whatever.
Yeah.
But people are actually going totally dark with it. It's crazy.
I wanted to get an account and check it out earlier today, but I stopped myself for better
Can
or
we,
worse.
like-
Not enough morbid curiosity.
You know
enough.
what I would actually rather do? I would rather just use like the AI technology to put Tom Cruise in just whatever movie. So like I want to Tom Cruise as Frodo Baggins and then do a voice AI and a face AI and then it's literally just Tom Cruise as Frodo Baggins the whole time. Tell me that would not be like the funnest thing ever.
It would be fun to have technology if everyone had good intentions, right? But like you can't introduce that. You have to assume everyone's going to do the worst thing, which is like, AI generated porn. Like, I'm sorry, but that's the reality. I
but
mean,
people
I think,
can already do that with like Adobe programs and everything. Put your face on video and
Yeah,
etc.
true.
So it's
Sure,
it's
I don't
not
like any
specific
technology.
to AI. They're just making it easier with AI to do
Right.
that.
Yeah, of course. But I think that's why so many parents are deciding not to put their kids' faces on the internet, right? That's why you saw this pushback against like family vlog channels. I think that like we had a nice honeymoon here with technology and the internet. We thought it was cool. We thought it was a fun time.
Yeah.
But actually, it's extremely dangerous.
It is.
And there's no putting it back in the box. So should you just opt out for as long as
I'm just
possible?
worried about what politicians are going to propose to stop this from happening.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got
it's
an
hard.
idea. We should AI Biden's face on a Trump's body and then start showing it to people and be like, do you agree with what Joe Biden says here?
Yep. Totally.
And it'll be Joe Biden. It'll be like, come on, man, I'm the greatest president. Everybody agrees.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We could honestly do like a Nancy Pelosi or a Fauci one. You have the voices down. Pat.
I feel like it's inevitable that everyone's going to be deepfaked onto porn of all styles.
Yeah.
So I've just kind of already accepted it. Like, get
Pretty
ready for
much.
the whirlwind. But the problem is when people don't know it's a deepfake when they see it.
Yeah,
And then they post
that's
it.
the problem,
And
right?
then even
But then
law enforcement doesn't
when
know
it
it's a
happens
deepfake.
so often, then people are going to just be like, "Oh, it's probably
Normalized.
fake."
And then no one's
But
going to
then
believe
what if
any
it's
video
real?
ever. No one's
Like-
going to believe anything.
Like, what is real? The
What if
perception
you're
of what
faking
happened or what
child
happened?
porn and you go to the cops and they're like, nah, everything's fake, it doesn't matter, but it's a real case? Like, what do we do
Well,
then?
they would have the means to, sort of investigate it.
But you
and
just
look into
said
it.
that everyone's going to assume it's all fake.
Everyone as in general public, but I
Yeah,
feel like
forensics will dig through it
Yeah,
and be like,
But
here's the
if
artifacts.
they are motivated enough to, right? If we assume enough of it is fake, I'm just saying, like, it opens this terrible door where
Yeah.
people are going to be like, the reality is most of the stuff is not real.
But like, what's real? That's the question: is it the perception of the act, or is it the act itself? Because when you watch porn, a video, you're not actually watching the porn. You're watching a digital representation of it. So you're not watching porn for real. You're watching a fantasy.
Okay, that's a semantic argument.
But
The
we
point
think
is-
it's real because we feel it.
because it happened, because people filmed it. We're asking the question of whether or not it was filmed with real humans or was made by a computer and it never happened to a
If
person.
it looks identical, like there's no difference.
There is. Was a person in this act or not? And if we're talking about children, was a children harmed and raped, or is it an adult who consented and got paid?
I mean, those are questions you can't
Is it,
answer.
is
though.
it,
That's
is
the
it a
problem.
video evidence of a crime or not? That's very simple.
But
question.
until I don't think those questions can be answered. If it looks realistic enough, there's no way to know.
Well,
I
this
mean,
is the
cops would be able to answer it, like you said.
I hope.
I'm not
Hearing,
entirely
saying, "Hey,
convinced.
authorities going to fix it." I don't know.
I'm not entirely convinced because this is something we've been talking about for several years.
Okay.
And it's going to come to a point where what you do is you create you generate a fake video, then you run it through a compressor or you convert it, and now it wipes out the artifacts.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to tell at a
You do
certain
a really
point.
good job.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yep, it's creepy. I was watching some YouTube video. I was like some Blizzard thing or something. I remember what it was. No. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. And it was like, it was kind of really obvious it was CGI, but just the lighting was so good. I was like, weird. It was like they got past the uncanny valley. That's what it felt like. It felt like you knew it was CGI, but it looked so good and real. And it was like a person walking like across a bridge or something. And I was like, damn, this is creepy. That's crazy stuff, man.
Yeah. To go back to the crying girl for just a second, because it's on my mind. The other thing I think she could do legally is go after Pornhub, because if they're accepting advertising money from this site, I'm not a lawyer. I
No,
don't
I don't
know.
think she could. No.
Okay.
But like,
You got to go after the company that did it, not the advertising. Like, they can't. She can maybe do a cease and desist if they're showing her picture on
Maybe.
the site or something.
I feel like there is like, that's what's weirding me out. Like,
And then
I'm
it's
not
going to
just.
start a new wave of lawsuits.
Yeah.
I
right?
know, but like that's the thing about legal fights. Like everyone involved has to have the money to go through it, and even
Right.
then they're not always effective. Like there's really no justice for this.
And you're
like
also buying his story about that's what happened. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
you're
for
also
sure.
just Totally
But
accepting
like,
that's what he did.
I feel like, and I don't know, I'm not going to investigate it, but like him being like, these are advertisements I see. There are enough people who check out Pornhub who could verify, oh yeah, they run those advertisements, which is like, to me, creepy.
I got a
Future's
weird.
gross, man.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm at like a crossroads in my mind because I'm like a pretty extreme techno-libertarian. Like, I think if the technology can exist, it's gonna exist and it will get used. No amount of legalities are gonna stop that technology from being real. But then I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm thinking about protecting children, and like,
Right.
how do you can't just let everyone see everything all the time.
Where we're going, like, remember Lenza? That is a big thing. I guess people are still doing it.
The AI pictures, like the cartoon
Yep.
pictures and everything.
You take a bunch of
Yeah.
pictures of yourself, and then it generates a perfect AI version of you or whatever. That's the future. We're going to live in the pods, and you're going to be in a digital world. And you know what the funny thing is? Like, for all we know, we're already in it, and we are the beautiful versions of ourselves.
Dude,
And we're just-
Yeah,
I just
right.
pulled up this story from last year on Yahoo. Would you eat lab-grown human salami cultured from celebrity cells? Oh! They're making meat from celebrity cells, or they're about to, and then you can eat your favorite celebrity.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.